Okay, it's Monday, so it's a victory Monday, Harv. I mean, there's, I don't care what anybody has to say. It's a victory Monday. It is what it is, and it ain't what it ain't. We got to see a whole slew of games on Sunday, even Thursday, and Cowboys didn't play till Monday. So back to back prime times. Uh, Cowboys won, Harv. I don't know if you know the score.
Yeah, 2017, man. The same as the last time we played them. So, yeah, man, it's a victory. I'm just happy that we got it on the bye. That's the good part about it.
You're saying about heading into the bye with the win.
Yeah. Yep.
I mean, Harv. Let's just call it what it is, man. I mean, it wasn't the prettiest of wins. It wasn't one that made you feel good. This game really came down. I mean, let's be the realest Cowboys nation that we can be, right? I mean, this thing came down to a lot of man. I mean, off the top of my head, Harv. I mean, I didn't even get to see how many penalties we had total between the two teams, but these refs are really calling this game, Harv.
Yeah, they were, man. They were almost calling. I mean, I felt like they were calling everything. Almost
Everything.
There are some things that they didn't call, but
I will say this: Stephon Gilmore pass interference. I didn't see that. How was that? How was that even a pass interference, Harv? I mean,
I don't
the
know.
wide receiver was the one who pushed off at the very end.
Yeah, it was a total of 20 penalties for both teams. Yeah.
I mean, that's for the refs, right? I mean, but we already knew this. We talked about this last couple of weeks. We said if the Cowboys and Mike McCarthy cannot get their stuff together, this is what's going to end up happening. This is what's going to end up happening is that you leave it up to the referees. You're going to have these kind of games. Luckily, man, Aubrey, the kicker, hey, shout out. I missed that. I really did. I wanted him gone. But damn, he's automatic right now, Harv. I don't know what it is with the Cowboys having this kind of luck with kickers that have been written off, but I mean, he's a bright spot on this right now for the Dallas Cowboys. And of course, we got to give credit where credit's due. This Cowboys defense. Overall, what you think of it, Harv?
I mean, they had their ups and downs, but for the most part, holding a team like that to 17 points is a lot. This is what you got to do as a defense to win games like this. And they did what they're supposed to do. And all night, man, you didn't hear Micah Parsons' name called. It was kind of weird.
It was.
And then, like, almost Troy Aikman says it, and on cue, man, he's right on cue, and he makes that sack. I think he knew it was time. I think he knew he had to shut this game down. And he did it at the last minute, man.
Hey, and if you guys are watching this on TikTok, every name I say, go and follow them. Don't and if you get followed by a random, don't trip. They're trying to help you get to 1,000. Shout out to Juan M. Moreno. He says, Juan, in spite of McCarthy's lack of imagination and advantage taking. Harv, I mean, this is something, but I kind of want to address what you said. These offenses are really tailoring how they're really using the blueprint that was left behind by Shanahan and even the Cardinals, how to neutralize Micah Parsons. I mean, these offenses they know how to avoid Micah Parsons now, Harp. I mean, Dan Quinn needs to step it up, man. He really needs to step it up.
That's gonna be hard, man. Unless you play Micah in the middle.
I thought we were going to see Micah more deploy at the linebacker position.
That's what I thought too, but it didn't work out like that. It was Damone Clark and Marquise Bell's duty to take care of that. And you know what? I will tell you, man, I was shocked that those two guys were going to start in that position because I was kind of iffy about it. But I'll tell you what, man, I'm going to have to go look at the All-22. Marquise Bell looked like he had a hell of a game.
He did, man. You got to give credit where credit's due.
I mean, for his size as a hybrid linebacker, like, you got to give him credit, man. He played a hell of a game. And listen, everybody's probably going to have things to say about him. He probably made a couple of mistakes. But this guy was undrafted. And for him to contribute to this team in that way, and mind you, there's no Wanye Thomas either.
No.
Wanye Thomas didn't play.
Hey, Hart, but Is there a trend starting to happen with J-Ron? Because he got called a lot this game and the previous game too. I mean,
I don't know, man.
what you think they were kind of like
I
the tic-tac plays type?
I think they were. I think they were. That's what it came down to. I think at the end of the day, different refs have different things they're gonna call during the game. So
It makes sense.
yeah.
So just for you guys that don't know, right? Please, of course, if you guys are watching this, you guys catching the replay. If you like the content, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. We're trying to get this to 1K. Uh, hey, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, you guys have done a magnificent job. YouTube, it's time for you guys to step it up. For those that are tuning in on YouTube, please let us know. Let us know what you think. And we are getting used to a new
Yeah.
a new services. So let me see if I can bring some of this stuff to light. Right, when I say to light, I mean the comments, right? Because I think I've been avoiding the chat. It's gonna look a little different on TikTok than what it usually does, but let's see how we can accommodate you guys on TikTok. Of course, it cuts me off all the way. Let me see if I can squeeze into the frame. All right, cool. You can see myself in the frame. So let's see what we got here. Whoops, wrong one. Let me see. Jose Pais, pues ándale, it's late, bro. Jerry always slowing things down, of course, right? I always get the heat of it, right? But Jose also said, "I'll start. Key points: offense looked a little better with Dak running. The O line is horrible. Pollard is our third down back. Parsons needs to be used in a different way. Secondary is very suspicious." Hey, Jose, give the secondary a little bit of break. They're the ones that seal the deal at the very end. Jose also says Cooks is our second receiver, hands down. Where were the tight ends tonight? I'll tell you this: Sean McEwen is not a pass catching tight end. Please do not get him on. Don't get him involved in the passing game. Cooks. Let me see. I'm sorry. This is really different. Harv, like this new service is really different. Tracy Johnson says, told y'all boys would win, but nobody didn't believe me. Well, proof is in the pudding. Tracy Johnson on Facebook. Shouts out. Remember, if you guys are catching this on Facebook, you guys can definitely give us a digital currency, right? I think it's called a start. Stephen White, hi y'all, good, right? Jerry and Javier. We got Regina Green,
Gina Green. What's up, Regina?
DC for life. Hey, look, even Stephen White is giving you a shout out, Regina. That's awesome. Stephen White, she gives a shout out back. And of course, J. Lou looked like, oh, this is by Stephen White. J. Lou looked like he was half playing half of his heart in the game. Harv, I did see your text message on this one.
Well,
Um,
look, you know how look, Jordan Lewis, don't get me wrong, he's a good player.
he is a good
But
player.
there's times every time they run that motion and he runs with the motion, he gives up. For whatever reason. I don't know why he does that. But he's always done that. He did that against the Eagles. The Eagles run the same thing. And I don't know what it is about that motion, man.
I gotta get back in this frame, man. We're gonna have
But
to
he gave up.
Yeah, we're gonna have to find a way to make this thing work, man. But hey, we're trying, man. We have 50 people out on TikTok. Shouts out to you guys for staying up so late. I'm on Central Time. I don't feel as bad as Harv. I know you're on Eastern Time, so I'm sorry about that. Let me see, Javier. What I say about Dak tonight? What did he say? What did Fernando say about Dak?
I think on the other live he said about running.
Hey, Harv, that
I
that
keep
that one.
telling it.
I mean, he almost lost that ball, right? The one to Tony Pollard, the one he scored the touchdown. But damn, I mean, if they can get him involved like that, I think that we can.
Yes.
We could do some real damage because I mean he gets really locked in. I know that Dak had some passes that he missed, but those can be corrected. I mean, they're right there. I mean, they even say if the receiver has his hands on it, what do they preach to us
You're
inside?
supposed to catch it, man.
Catch it. Ultra Cowboy says, "Go get Daniil Hunter." I've been wanting Daniil Hunter since last year, and he also adds, "Tolbert is still booty." I don't know about that, man. I think I'll tell you this. Jalen Tolbert, I think that I love what I see in him. I love his tenacity. Hey, man, it was a heads up play. It was a bang bang play, and I think that he did what you would expect any special teamer to do, is go get the ball.
But my thing is, where was Turpin in that play? I got to go back and watch it.
I
Why
mean,
was he not telling him to get away from it?
it's because the Chargers were very smart. They pushed our player into Turpin.
No, I know, but Turpin should have been like, get away
Oh
from
yeah,
the ball.
oh
Get
yeah,
away from the ball.
yeah.
Yeah.
He should have given that the shout outs. Yeah. Alex says we got to break with Pollard's 50-yard catch on third down. I'll take it, but again, Dak had no pocket presence. Look, it's kind of hard. I know we've been really harsh on Dak. A lot of Cowboys Nation has been harsh on Dak. I will say this, that he had a lot of presence because he knew exactly where to put the ball to let Pollard break that. I think it was 60 yards, wasn't it, Art?
Yeah, 60 yards.
So, I mean,
I
but for the
understand.
most,
I understand what Alex is
yeah,
saying.
me too. I see it too because the other
There's people wide open.
yeah, there's
Wide
other
open.
stuff. There's other stuff, and we're gonna break that stuff down in the all 22. What do you say? This is actually Ultra Cowboy. Ferguson is still slow. Look, I don't know what you're talking about. I only saw Ferguson be able to make only like one play. The other one you're talking about, Sean McEwen. He looks slow, and he doesn't have hands. On YouTube now, left a couple chats on TikTok. Oh, all right. Thank you. Appreciate you, M. Stein, for joining, coming on down to the dark side, right? YouTube. Regina Green says, no more running Pollard up the middle. I mean, Harv.
I keep saying this, man. And if you're a coach and you don't see it, Pollard is not that kind of back right now. He's not. If you look at Rico Dotto run the ball up the middle the way he was running, I don't know, man. It's just different.
It is different. It is different.
Pollard, Pollard had 15 carries for 30 yards, man.
I will tell you this, but maybe it would have been 16th, 17th carry, and he could break a 60-yarder. That's the thing with Pollard, right? But he is not the bell cow. Definitely, the Cowboys are going to have to address that situation in the offseason. I mean, we're so anxious to see Deuce Vaughn, but he was, I think he was, I believe, dealing with an injury of some sort.
Yeah.
So we're gonna have to prolong that for a bit. What do you say, Mr. Jeez Louise? Oh, Cowboy, be nice, man. Don't be a TikToker. He says Mr. Tolbert, right? And then he says Stevie Wonder knows Tolbert. Oh my gosh, Ochikawa, you're bad. Hosapis, how does Parsons getting double teamed not allow others to make plays? This is something right here, Harv. Because you could see the tight end and the right tackle. And it's weird because isn't that DeMarcus Lawrence's defensive end position?
Yeah.
So I don't know. I mean, we did see Osa Ozigadua kind of come on at the end, but where was he? Where was he for the most part, Harvey? Especially when you get two players on Parsons and nobody's able to capitalize on that.
This is the thing, man. They put pressure. They did put pressure. It's not the type that you would like, but they did put pressure. They put 50% of the pressure on Herbert. It's a lot.
The $52 million quarterback. Just food for thought. Ultra Cowboy still believes Ferguson is trash. Where's Luke Schoonmaker? I didn't even see him on the. I didn't even see him on the field.
No, I didn't.
Just saying, Ultra Cowboy. Just saying. I know his RAS is 9.8 for a tight end, but yeah, he can't catch either, man. He said we should have kept Schultz. Schultz is balling in Houston. I don't know about balling.
For the last 2 weeks, he's had a touchdown, but what happened the first 4 weeks?
Yeah,
he was nowhere to be found.
And I will say this: I think Schultz was a beneficiary of Dak's, when he had to scramble and look for somebody, and Schultz was always there. Jose Baez says Dotto is our guy for sure. Hey, Rico does look sharp, man.
I keep saying this, man. I don't know how the Cowboys don't see that.
Ultra Cowboy says Cowboys pressure rate was ridiculous.
It was.
Shout out Cantu Reyes, Puro 956 in the house. I love it. And if you don't know about it, you should go look it up. Area code 956, the best place in the world. Swag says, guess who's back? Shady's back. No, I can't. We're gonna get copyrighted. I sound exactly like him. Deuce has no injury. Okay, well then he was just a healthy scratch, which is unfortunate, right? You don't want to see that with your rookie. And Swag says, I told you the Eagles going to lose yesterday and 49ers yesterday too. I was
He
happy.
did say that. He did say that. Swag, you had the answers. You had the answers. I'll give you this one.
All right, whatever. We can't. His head's gonna be so big. He's gonna be walking in. He'll be dragging his neck to the right. And so he says, Bell, like he's got some light on his jersey tonight. Marquise Bell's a baller, Harv.
He is, man. He is. He balled out.
And you know what, Harv? He can go back and be a starting safety for any team, I think. But damn,
Yeah.
he's playing some great linebacker for us. Oh, get out of here, Eagles Nation! You guys got lost. You guys lost, man.
To the Jets.
The Jets, who is a no. What would they say that the Cowboys have beat no names, right? No name teams.
Yeah, no name teams.
And you guys lost to a no name team. So his name is GO3V3. If I read his name, go and follow him. And hey, don't trip out. They're following you because we're trying to help you get to 1,000 so you can go live.
Yeah.
Ultra Cowboy. All right, let's hear the excuse. Give Schoolmaker the reps that slow Jake gets. I think the action's more in the pudding than anything else, right? Alex says, why don't the Cowboys bring pressure on third and long? They always seem to play soft. Most teams I saw on Sunday bring pressure and make them throw quick.
I don't understand. I've never understood that about Dan Quinn. Why does he do that? It makes no sense whatsoever to do that. And then you see him almost get the first down every time.
I don't have all the answers to that, Harv, but I know what you're talking about, especially when it's like, 3rd and 12 and 3rd and 9. These guys are lined up like 12 yards behind. You're talking about defensive backs, corners more specifically. They're playing so off, but I think it's because he trusts Dono so much to cover that ground, Dono and J-Ron, but still,
but they still get first downs.
I know, but you leave Malik on the out by himself. So it's just the defense that he feels more comfortable with. I think that's what it is, man.
Honestly, I'd blitz.
Regina says,
man up.
Kellen Moore was the MVP. Throw the dang ball. I like that.
I like it.
Yeah. Ultra Cowboy says Schultz 21 catches for 215 yards, 10.3 yards a catch, and 3 touchdowns. So that's what he wants to emphasize, right? Aubrey Medica. I like it, man. That's a good one. I like that one. That was a good sign. Swag says they're going to with Miami Dolphins next Sunday Night Football.
Who do you say?
Yeah, I guess he's saying that he's probably talking about one of the teams that he said was going to lose. Hey, not the damn Cowboys. They got a bye week. Harv, is it true that there's 18 players on the injury report after the 49er game?
Yeah.
That's freaking insane, man.
Yeah.
This bye week is very needed. I know it's kind of early, especially for this long haul of a schedule. It's a tough schedule too. But dang, let's get into this bye week and get healthy. Ultra Cowboys says Eagles are still the best team in the NFC East. Cowboys lost to a 1-5 team, and the Jets are 3-3. Cowboys still beat the dang Jets. Stop being so negative, Ultra Cowboy. You're being ultra negative with the Dallas Cowboys. Cowboys will trade for a vet tight end. Hunter Henry or Zach Ertz will be a Cowboy. Jeez Louise. What's up with the tight end love, man? I
don't know, man. He's in love with tight ends. Did you play Ultra Cowboy? Did you play tight end?
I think he played tight end, man.
He had to have.
What up, Jay Fonda?
What's up, Jay Fonda?
And then Ultra Cowboy says, you've been wrong on Jake and Tolbert as weapons. No, I have not been wrong. They just need opportunities. But I like to see Brandon Cooks get involved. I like to see him get a touchdown. I like the sweep. I like how they were getting him involved. Jose País says there has to be something that Quinn doesn't trust about our players, secondary linebackers.
It's
And
true.
the
It's
same thing
true.
could be said about Mike McCarthy. For whatever reason, I think Mike McCarthy is trying to protect Dak way too much that this offense is not able to get off. They're not able to take flight, Harv.
I'm gonna have to look at the tape, man. I'm not gonna say anything, but I have a
Harv,
feeling that
Harv,
there's people that are open. I guarantee you, there's probably people that were open that were missed.
this team,
Promise you.
this offense has not been able to take flight, Harv. It looks
You know?
bad. We're
Do you
going
know
into
why? Do you know why?
because of Dak.
We
And it's
can't run the ball. We
true.
can't run the ball.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
if you can't run the ball, you can't. When you become one dimensional in the NFL, you lose.
true.
That's the problem. We haven't been able to run the ball. You see Tyler Biotish getting bullied today?
Yeah.
What have I said?
And
When Travis Frederick left this team, that was it, man.
Travis Frederick has and Zach Martin he got a holding penalty, Harv. That's what number 6 in his career in his what is it, like 10-year career almost. I
Yeah.
mean, crazy to see those kind of stat lines. Eagles will beat the Dolphins. Okay, that's what Ultra Cowboys trying to say. And Monica Pearl says we
Monica.
won despite playing against a 19-man team. The Chargers and the official. I cannot believe how they had us under a microscope with the penalties, but we are suddenly blind with the Chargers. BS. That's what she's
They were holding a lot, man.
a lot. It's
A lot.
insane how much we're getting held.
Yeah.
But this I mean, it wasn't easy for the Chargers or the Cowboys. There was you said what 20 penalties?
Total.
That's insane. That's nuts. Swag says the Eagles on Sunday night will lose. Laughing out loud. He put the laughing emoji. Eagles, M. Stein says Eagles are slipping, squeezing by wins. Ultra stay Eagle focus. Look, this is what me and Harv been saying. Harv, this Eagles are not the same, but if you give them an opportunity to win, they will find a way to win the game. Yes or no?
Yeah, they will.
And I just think that this last week with them, I mean, there's no excuses. That Jets defense, regardless of if they have A-Rod or not, this Jets defense, they showed up to play.
So Justin Mons on Instagram says, I don't like Mike McCarthy's play calling, too conservative and too predictable.
Well, I think that the conservativeness makes it predictable. Because especially if you look at the very end, when he decided not to, not to try to take a shot in the end zone and just kick the field goal at the very end, that just you're showing your hand way too fast, man.
Yeah.
Way too fast. And Ultra Cowboy says it's the quarterback, right? Of course. And he's a legit tight end will kill cover 2, which you know what?
I can agree with that.
Yeah, I can agree with that too. And he says, a legit tight end will kill deep cover 2, but this offense is not. This offense is very short, intermediate routes. I mean, that's what they're trying to do. Swag says, enjoy your week, haters. I mean, Arv, there's a lot of stuff that we need to like uncover, especially with
Man.
with the tape. What he said, Dak has fired more coaches than the apprentice has fired people. Oh, geez, Louise. I will say this: it's totally a different offense, right? That's the one thing that we all need to understand. Totally different offense, and we can see it. We can see the difference in this offense, Harp, and for whatever reason, this offense has failed to take flight. I guess let's go ahead and start moving into it. I mean, I know it's still relatively early, but what do you think? I mean, how long did the Cowboys have Harv to be flying like the way this offense can be?
So this is I don't know about time, but so this is I think you have to ask yourself, what do you want? What is it that you want out of this offense? They just won a game.
I want some dang touchdowns. I want to win where we win with authority. I want the Eagles to not be able to fly. And I'm sick and tired of Niner gang always coming over here trying to take over our town and try to be America's team. So we need to get ourselves into gear, Harv.
I think what happened last week and what's going on now is probably an indicator of. I saw CeeDee Lamb doing something like waving to Dak. Did you notice that? I'd never seen him do that before. What does that probably tell you?
He's probably telling him, give me a heads up that you are open on this play after this.
Yeah. Yeah, he's probably telling you as, hey, I'm one-on-one, man. You might want to throw me the ball. So, I don't know, man. Look, at the end of the day, I think the way you fix this offense is you run the ball. And you run the ball consistently, not just run it. We haven't been able to do that, man. We really haven't. Let's look at this real quick, right?
Even with our starting five, just you know.
Yeah. Dak was the most productive, other than Cooks for the 114. I don't really count. But Dak went 7 for 40 yards at 5.7 carry. Tony Pollard went 15 for 30 at a 2.0 average. Rico Dotto went 3 for 12 yards for 40. I mean, you take away Dak's 40 yards, we'd literally like ran for 60 yards.
There's no balance.
No, there isn't. We can't run the ball.
In fact, the word was complementary football. There's no complementary football in that.
My thing is, why can't we go 2 or 3 tight ends?
I mean, we needed to, especially on that fourth down where we got stuffed.
I don't know why he went for it, man. That's the other thing. Mike McCarthy is not being smart. You take the points, man.
How long before we see Brian Schottenheimer start taking over?
Probably after the bye.
I mean, Brian Schottenheimer, he knows his stuff, Harv. I mean, he's taking mental notes.
I don't know, man. I think we got a hater on Instagram. He says Bruce Zarata 83. Y'all lost, man. 2 viewers and 1 is your papa, Niners. Yeah, okay, but you're on here and you're watching us and it's benefiting us. I appreciate you.
It's all good. If you're taking shots at us, directionally, or right at us or whatever you want to say, it's all good, man. All love here. And
all love.
If I was to see you put out content and I like your content, you know what? I'm going to go and like your content. That's just the person I am. But if you don't want to be that type of person, it's all good. It's on you. Swag says we are coming for the LA Rams and then the Eagles. Damn. I mean, Swag is ready, man. I mean, he has a very what is that term? He has a very shaky trigger finger there.
Yeah.
Stein says, my thoughts on Big Mike play calling is Gallup makes those 2 TD catches and nobody calls him out. Harv, I think he's right on this one.
But that's what I'm saying. Like,
that's exactly what we've been asking for. Michael Gallup, hey, 50-50 in the end zone.
And he doesn't even get a call either.
He doesn't. But we're not going to be that. We're not going to be those Cowboys. We're not going to be that kind of Cowboy nation. We're not going to make excuses about no refs. I saw that all the 49 people I know were making excuses. The refs not giving them a call about this and that. But, I mean, we all know the 49ers are notoriously known for being the dirtiest team in the NFL right now. We won tonight because of Dak, not in spite of. All right, Regina. People just need to know he didn't make the mistakes when he needed to, and he played a game. Yes, you spelled it right, or I said it right. Swag Rams. It takes 8 to 10 weeks before a new offense truly kicks in. This is where I was trying to ask you, Harv. By what week do you think this offense will look legitimate? You know what I mean? Because we really can't be playing these games anymore, Harv. I mean, literally, you're holding your breath every single moment. And then you give the referees an opportunity let's face it, nobody likes the Cowboys. Nobody likes the Cowboys except for Cowboy Nation.
That throw to Tony Pollard was on Dak.
Oh, you're talking about the one for the touchdown.
Yeah, he should have put that on a dart.
Yeah, but then again,
I don't know why he put, but that's what I'm saying. They're just not in sync, man. Like the one to Gallup, and then some of the ones to Gallup drop ones. Then Dak throws one deep to Tony Pollard, and he throws a horrible ball. Like they're just not in sync, man.
I get you.
They'll get there. They'll get here. But what I am worried about the offense, I'm not too worried about the passes and all that now. Now looking at everything, I'm not too worried about it. They do need to get in sync and have a little bit more chemistry, but I'm worried about the run game. Like, we need to do something about this run game, because I'm telling you right now, you always want the quarterback to beat you. But if you stop the run, that's how you win games. So we need to figure out this run offense real fast.
I'm with you on that one. I think this running game just does not look. There's no. Our running game is not like the way the 49ers did to us. They imposed their will on our defensive. I mean, literally, our defense was struggling to stop Christian McCaffrey and Jeff Mason. I believe that's his name. I don't know, Mason, whatever. Ultra Cowboy says Regina, the defense won this game. I think, okay, look, Ultra Cowboy, I think goes both ways. I think the defense stepped in when they needed to, but for the most part, I think Dak did not make those crucial mistakes. Yeah, there was a couple of mistakes that were made, but Dak did look like he made some adjustments, because if you looked at that crucial sack, it looked like he was going to escape it, but when he tried to roll out, he rolled right into the right defensive end. If you look later on in the game, he was able to see that and fake it, and then move out to the left defensive end where it was open. He was able to get down the field and lock his eyes onto his next pass catcher. Swag says, just tell me how many Eagles have to lose for the NFC East. I guess he's asking how many more games, I guess, so they can
Five more, Swag. 5 more, Swag. They lose.
Jose Pais says, we want dominance on both sides of the ball, and we won't have, and what he says, and we won't have that this year. We'll be 3rd or 4th in the whole NFC. Damn, Jose, you're not even playing around. You're not even giving the Cowboys an opportunity. I think Dak is wanting what do you say?
I think Dak is wanting Shotty to take over.
Schottenheimer to take over. He's not digging McCarthy.
I don't think so either, man.
I think there is some kind of weird little vibe going on with that. But I mean, it looks like you can tell it's not just on Dak, because you could tell with how CeeDee Lamb has looked and frustrated on the sideline and whatnot. So I don't think it's just with Dak and McCarthy. I think the whole team feels it. I thought Dak could have pulled this is Alex. I thought Dak could have pulled some of those balls from the running backs for some big games in the second half. Harv, what do you think? Did you see that?
I agree with him, man. I keep going back to that. I don't know why he does that. He doesn't want to run the ball. But you see what happens when he does. This changes the whole game, man. That's what he don't understand.
Danny C on TikTok says Dak has never been accurate. He's horrible. Hey, Danny C, before you make any kind of statements like that, I'm just saying you should go fact check. You should go fact check yourself, because he's one of the most accurate quarterbacks.
Yeah, but I understand what he's trying to say, man. Like, if he puts that ball on CeeDee Lamb scores a touchdown. And this is what I'll say about that. I understand what he's trying to say. I don't care about, you can say he's 70% for it. I don't give a shit. But when it comes to the games that you're playing, yeah, you can give the ball to the receiver, but if you don't put it in the right area for the receiver to score a touchdown, what if you score a field goal instead of a touchdown? He should have put that on CeeDee Lamb up the middle. That should have been right. He would have scored a touchdown. That could have been the difference between scoring a field goal and scoring a touchdown. And we know if you do that in the playoffs, you will not win.
You're not going to win.
And that's what I'm saying. I understand what he's trying to say. Like, the throw to Pollard in the end zone, that was a bad ball. He was wide open. And those are the small things that we're talking about that will it it different that is the difference between Mahomes and a Dak Prescott. You see what I'm saying?
I get
What happens if this is a playoff game and he does those things? We got to score touchdowns, man. You know what I'm saying? But I'm hoping that Schottenheimer takes over, hopefully, after this bye, man.
M. Stein says, "Hey, win ugly, check. We'll take it. Stay eagle focus. Sweep, sweep. Like I said, from the bottom, nowhere to go but up." That is a true statement in life and everything we do in life, and I mean everything in life in general.
So I will give you this. Ugly loss in the Cardinals, uglier loss with the Niners, an ugly win now, but this is the thing. This is what I'm kind of being hopeful for. This offense is not clicking, man. It's not, but we got the win though.
Got to win.
So
And that's the thing that this defense can give you is an opportunity to win when you need to win. Sweat Jose says it looks like this team is having to learn how to play with each other all over again.
that is a great statement.
I think that's just what it is. It is what it is, and for whatever reason, somebody needs to step up, or somebody needs to step aside and let this offense take off. I mean, I think if you really want to see what Dak has to offer you, let him, give him the plays, let him be a part of the scripting of what is it, 15, what is it, 15, 20 plays in the
Yep.
first half and like 10
Yep.
plays in the second. Let him be a part of it. Show him what that defense is showing you. Let him be a part of it so he can be really in it, right? Because you got a Dak that's a little bit lukewarm, but if he can get going, Harvard, like you said, if you get him in the running game and man, he locks in and damn, he's up there with Patrick Mahomes and Josh Allen. I think he's even better than Josh Allen because Josh Allen, I'm not gonna lie to you, he looks like trash, straight up hot garbage right now.
So
Uh,
motivation 2787 on Instagram says I think the Cowboys should trade for running back.
I mean, there's some that are free agents too. I mean, do we have to trade for one?
I don't know.
I mean, I ask you, right? Is there a running back that you think that is out there that is worth trading? These very important draft picks that the Cowboys love to use to do their whole team building process. Swag says, I hope the Eagles lose the NFC East or lose all their games in the NFC East. I think anybody that's not an Eagle fan would probably feel the same way too, right? Commander fans,
Yep.
Giant fans, Cowboy Nation, Fly Eagles to the trash. Jeez, man, you really Swag. You really out to get the Eagles. Eagles are week 9, man. Let's get into our bye week. We got the dub. We should be happy regardless. I understand we're a little bit still on edge because this offense is just kind of stressing us out each week, and this defense. I mean, they're trying to hold in and hold up their end of the bargain, but dang, hard these things are getting harder and harder every week, man. There's not an easy schedule. Regina Green says, "Why did they have Pollard on that TD pass? That should have been Gallup." You know what? She's right. Gallup has a little bit more height and the jumping ability, but I don't think Gallup would have been that wide open because Pollard was matched up with a linebacker. Regina, I
Exactly.
mean,
Yep.
it is what it is. On that one, it could have gone both ways. I think it was a relatively good pass, but you do need, like what Regina's saying, you need the long arms, Harvey. You need the long arms and you need to have the foot control to get the feet down. Also, but he says receivers had to come to their passes way too much so reception percentages don't show everything. Good point, Harvey. Harvey. Fernando back on. I'm sorry, Fernando. It's real hard to go back to TikTok because TikTok is way over here, and I have to come over here because we're using a new streaming service. But we could stop using the streaming service if you guys can help us get to 1,000 on YouTube.
For sure.
I swear, Parsons seen a bullseye on that sack. He really did, man.
He did.
I mean, he had to. He had to have too because I mean, I think that was a lot of pressure. I think especially on Parsons. I think he puts it on himself, right? Because I mean, he was almost silent in his entire game, Harv, but they're using the same blueprint that the Cardinals laid out how to neutralize Parsons, but you still cannot stop the pressure on him. Uh, so I guess before we sign off for the night, Harv, what are some things that you did like about this game, and of course, what are some things that you think Cowboys should need to focus, especially heading into his bye week?
I honestly, I like the fact that the offense did get a little bit better. They're just not vibing right now, man. With
Okay,
the drop with Gallup, he should have caught that ball. Dak off on that throw with Pollard, he was wide open. It's just gonna take time. It's just gonna take time. So I'm okay with that, but the run game needs to be fixed somehow. So I don't know if you give Hunter Lupke the ball. I don't know the answer really. I don't know. Unless they're keying off knowing that they're gonna run the ball in certain downs. They that's probably what it is. Because Fred Warner, it almost seemed like he knew every play that we're running, man.
it looked like he knew our playbook, Harv.
Yeah, like it's just we need to come up with some concept to run the ball. We have to run the ball. Like somehow, some way, efficiently, not just every once in a while. Like we have to be efficient. And
I'm not gonna lie to you, you're starting to sound like West Coast Cowboy here.
no, I mean it's true though, man. Like if we shut this run down like the Niners did, that's the blueprint. If you shut the run game, it's over. We are not that good of a team to pass the ball all over the yard. We aren't, man. What has been the last couple of years? That's been the key is stopping the run.
I don't know.
So
I've seen a deck that can pass the ball all over the yard.
not against the Niners though.
I get what you're saying. I mean,
That's an elite defense. That's what
that,
I'm talking about.
that's a team that you got to match their physicality.
Exactly. So my thing is, how can we get better overall? I think you have to make your strength even stronger. And I agree with what they say. I think we need to go get Darrell Hunter. If we can go get Darnell Hunter and then have Parsons play linebacker, man, that changes everything. That really does change everything, in my opinion.
Swag says, to be honest, bro, I'm not scared of the Eagles. We're not scared of them. We come for them. Swag really wants them Eagles, man. Jose Pais Parsons is getting frustrated so much in games due to the double teams. You can tell when he sits out a few plays. I mean, we do need Parsons in there, especially on the fourth down plays. And I don't understand why he's getting pulled out. Jose Pais says, get ready for the Wildcat Nambre. Man, I don't think I've seen the Cowboys run a hell. I mean, they tried to last year with Cavante Turpin. Let me down, Cavante Turpin. I saw you on what is it, DraftKings? And
Yeah.
no, don't go sign up for DraftKings. There's no we don't have any link for. I'm just kidding. Fernando says pitch it to Pollard to the outside. Love that Cook handoff, man. That Cook
Yep.
handoff. Hey, Cook was ready. He knew what to do too hard, and
Yeah.
that he made some clutch catches too, especially at the back end. Swag says, "Have a great night and have a good weekend. I won't forget about the haters. Enjoy your week too." What's up, boys? You have to admit Dak's limitations. Look, Dak is not limited. Dak is not limited. It just you need to have the right play calling in place. We already said it in the past. You get Dak involved in the running game fast and early, man, he gets so locked in. He knows exactly where to get the ball to. And that's exactly what I'm trusting it. Look, bright side, we won. We won. Also, another bright side is players are stepping up on defense and filling up those holes that we lost, especially with injuries. Marquise Bell, man, he's really stepping up, especially with LVE out. I mean, I thought it was going to be a tough game. I really thought Austin Eckler was going to lose his mind in this game. So I love how, of course it's a win. Of course, how our defense is able to, regardless of how bad the situation is, they can bail us out of anything. A couple of things that I'm really going to be paying attention to, especially in the all 22, is see exactly what's going on. How many passes were missed? What holes or maybe what blocks were missed, right? Because I mean, we did see that and we saw it in real time, right today. Um, Zach Martin got a holding call. It's crazy, you know what I mean? And
Hey,
like
how
Regina said right here, look, like Regina says right here, Tyron was getting beat.
he was. So
And
was Biotish.
Steve says I had Cooks making 2 TDs almost. Damn. So was Biotish. I mean, overall, we got
I
to
mean, so was Steele.
so was Steel. Steel, hey, Steel's being cooked lately. Um, how you boys feel about Cowboy fans celebrate 49ers and Eagles losing? I see a few Cowboy podcasts where they're saying they don't like seeing fans celebrate others losing. Look, I'm so laser focused in on the Cowboys. I don't really care about that stuff.
Yeah.
The only thing is that I like how it's a very humbling experience, especially for that fan base, because Fernando, I don't know if you know this, but we deal with content creation, right? And when you have a ton of Niners coming into your comment section, a ton of Eagle fans coming into your and just shitting on you, man. I mean, I normally don't cuss on. I mean, I do cuss. I'm a human being. I don't care. I normally don't cuss when I'm live, man. They literally shit on us, man, all damn day, man. I mean, and we have to listen to it. We gotta read it. I mean, they're messing up the whole vibe and whatnot. So it's good that you see that at any given Sunday, man, anything is possible. If you bring the right team, the right like in Spanish, Fernando, they say there's an old saying, right? Todo se puede en esta vida si le eches chingo de ganas. In other words, anything's possible in this world as long as you put the right, if you have the right mindset and you just go and get it. And I think that like those wins, I'm not going to celebrate the wins for anybody specifically because they're not my teams. I really don't care, but it's good for that they got humbling losses like the way we did, right? So it is what it is. But nah, I'm not. But if you want, I can content create something for you real quick. We can make fun of both Eagles and Niners because I mean we just ended week 6, right? Jose Paez, boss. Okay, Jerry, you must have been homosexual to back in the day. Ha ha ha! I was homosexual. The only man I would kiss. I'll tell you that much right now. I love, bro. I love Tony Romo, bro. Like he was
I
my
ain't gonna lie, it's me too.
look at Regina. Just
Babies,
baby.
Regina.
Sang bang.
Welcome.
Dak had a great game, but we can trust him to do this every game.
Can
Oh,
we?
can we? Okay. I think
That's
yeah.
so. This is the thing, man. What defense are we playing? I'm just saying.
Well, right now I don't want to face the Browns defense right now.
Nope.
I'll tell you that much right now. That defense is legit hard. Okay, so he says good night. PPC, JM Nation, Javier Zuniga. I'm out. Peace, deuces, haters. Appreciate you. Steel White, look, Steel White. I love how he knows ganas means mindset, question mark, question mark. Man, I just had to simplify it. Everybody that knows Spanish know what ganas is, okay?
Ganas.
Right? Ganas. It's like ganas. But hey, it is what it is, man. I mean, look, a win is a win. Harv,
I'll take it.
I'll take it.
I'll take an ugly win. It don't matter.
I'll take an ugly win too, man. It doesn't matter. Now we got a little bit of time in our hands. We can look at the next three games that we have coming up ahead of what is it? The Rams after the bye week,
Yep, the Rams.
and the Rams are a passing team right now. Harv, they're a
They are.
passing team, man,
They are.
and especially with that rookie Puka Nayuka, and then Cooper Kupp looks like he's fully ready. I mean,
It's gonna be crazy.
it's gonna be crazy. What is it? Wayne Anderson, congratulations on your win. Well, thank you, sir. We'll take it.
I think of the Dallas Cowboys going into this bye, and then after that, if they can beat the Rams and Eagles, man, it kind of lines up for them. I'm telling you right now. Because at that point, they'll be what, 6-2? And if you look at the schedule, right, they go into a week of Giants, Panthers, and Commanders, which are winnable games. So they could potentially put themselves at 9-2 at Dallas Cowboys Stadium for November 30th against the Seahawks.
I mean, this is the type of Cowboy nation that people get upset with, Harv.
I'm just saying, man, it's if they can muscle out these 2 wins, man, it's going to be crazy.
Also says, all in, it's better going into a bye with a win, so we'll take it. And that is the most important thing. We're heading into a bye with a win, Harv. Travel save all 2 weeks off, much easier rest. I'm saying yes, man. This has been the most this has been the most difficult season of Cowboys Nation since Dak took over as quarterback for the Dallas Cowboys. Harv, or do you feel the same way?
Yeah, man.
I mean, this is stress on stress.
Not only that, because I think we know the schedule is not easy.
It's not easy.
This is gonna be tough.
You can't leave it up to these refs, man. These refs will not give you no break. Sang says, I'm hoping he can play like this against the Rams.
I will take that. We got big Aaron Donald coming down the middle, so
I'll take it too. Puro piece y chingos de chorizo grease, man. You guys don't know. If you guys ever come to Texas, stop at your local 7-Eleven, formerly known as Stripes. Get yourself a Laredo taco, chorizo and egg taco. But make sure you ask them for extra grease. That's what he's saying.
That's it.
So you see, I'm translating too, man. You gotta give us a sub, man, on YouTube. Help us. It's the only one that doesn't. We don't have the 1,000 that we need, man, to open the whole ambiance. We want to be able to have phone calls, take at least 10 calls. You know what I'm saying? Make sure that everybody gets to have their voice heard, man. Serena says, I'm glad this bye week is this week. I go back to Michigan for my college rivalry week. Michigan State versus Michigan. No stressful Sunday. Hey, is it Michigan number 2?
Yeah.
Damn. What did Sang say? Sang said, Rams, Eagles, Lions, and Dolphins are playing great. These are the games that will put us to the test. Shoot. If we come away with a win against the Rams, Eagles, if we win 3 out of these games, Harv, it smells like Super Bowl, baby. I'm sorry, I had to be that annoying Cowboy Nation. Monica Pearl says Cowboys will secure the 2nd seed and win the division, and then we won't have to see the Niners till NFC Championship. Then once it's game day, it's any given Sunday. 4th time's a charm.
Hey, let me. I'm gonna give y'all something before we get off. Okay.
Yeah.
Think about it like this: the Eagles play the Dolphins next, right?
Ooh.
They play the Commanders, which they almost lost to. Then they play us. Then they play the Chiefs. Then they play the Bills. Then they play the Niners, and then they play us again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 5 games in a row. Where 6, 7 games in a row where it's not a give me. That's crazy. Let me say that again. Dolphins, Commanders, Cowboys, Chiefs, Bills, Niners, then Cowboys again.
Hey, Harv, did you hear Jalen Hurts in his post-game interview?
No, I didn't.
Hey, Harv, Jalen Hurts is he is no leader on that team, man.
I didn't. What did he say?
I mean, he took blame on 1 interception, but he put the blame on his other 2 interceptions on his team, Harv.
No, he did not. I got to look it up. I got to look that up.
He did. He didn't go and say, "Oh, it's on this player, this player." He just says the plays weren't made when they need to be played, or the plays were not made when they need to be made.
Wow,
it is crazy. It is crazy, Harv. Fernando, what do you got? What do you got before we get off? He goes, okay, I think he got it out. Oh, what he says, Hurts looking like last year's Dak, Harv.
Ooh.
7 INTs, Harv.
They got the Dolphins, man. Dolphins are tough.
Well, the
Are
thing
they are they playing in Lincoln Field, huh?
but I mean they don't have A Chain because A Chain is probably the fastest running back. But you know,
Oh man,
Mostert is pretty fast, Harv. I mean,
he is.
he's pretty fast. This Dolphins team, I mean, Harv, they're the only they're right now that team that when I look at the Dolphins, they are a team that beats themselves,
Yeah.
specifically because of Tua.
Yep.
So right now in the NFL, that's the one thing that we are learning. On any given Sunday, anything can really happen.
Yep.
Hold on. He says Hurts looking like last year's Dak when under pressure. That's what he wants to be specifically. Sang says Dak makes me nervous, man. But honestly, our offense has to put points on the board, help the D out. Our D can do everything. They really can. And Mike McCarthy did say that too. He said the identity of this team lies on the defense. He did say that. So I understand. Jose Pais says, I'm out like Chorizo agrees. I'm out, fellas. Have a good night and stay safe. You too, brother.
Yes, sir.
And remember, when you go to your Elks Lodge, Jose Pais, make sure you tip all your bartenders. And you make sure you feed that pudding the right way, man. Sang says, I like capitalizing in the red zone, man. Oh man, that's the only thing I think hopefully by week 8, if we can get that going, Harv, it'd be a great matchup on week 9. Rams are gonna be a tough match, I know. And so now says Hill having a field day versus Eagles secondary.
We're gonna see, man. I'm gonna watch that game. It's a Sunday night game.
It's a Sunday night game. Well, that's it for us, Harv. You got anything else? I mean, before we get off?
Oh, that's all I got, man. Tune in. That's it.
Tune in, man. You guys have a good one.
Keep it real.